So this Sunday morning, I want to talk about something a little different. Rather than repairing cars or talking to people with classic cars, I want to talk about detailing. I've always been interested in detailing. I've been detailing cars for probably 20 plus years. And there's two specific products I want to talk about. One is from Gyeon Iron, which is a decontaminating fluid, and another one's waterless wash. So in sequence, the first thing you would do is wash your car, remove any soils that are on the car, dirt, whatever the case is. Waterless wash is a little different. It's got a whole bunch of different chemicals in it, and it allows you to basically wash the car without using water. So do I recommend this? Probably not all the time, but if you're in an area where you're limited in terms of the water usage you're allowed to use, or if you just don't have access to water, or if you're on the road and you have some splatter that got onto your car, or bug droppings, or bird droppings, then you can just go ahead and use this product to clean it safely. So why don't we do this? Why don't we first look at the waterless wash, and then we'll move on to Gyeon Iron, and I'll show you that product and how that works. This is Talking with Cars. So this is the first product. This is called Waterless Wash, and this is by a company called Atoms. They make a lot of good high quality products. They don't go overboard in terms of all the types of products that they make, but they're very good at what they do. So I like how it's simple. I like how it's packaged. It's very clear as to what it does. All their products are the same. They're very similar. So let's get right to it. I'll show you how to use this safely on a car. I've used it already on my other car, and I was a little reluctant to do it because it's a newer car, but it really worked well. And I think it has a lot to do with the products that are in this liquid. So there's like a little mix of silicones and a little bit of alcohol, so it flashes and it allows it to dry right away. It doesn't streak or anything like that. So I really do like this product. They did a really good job. It's got a good sour citrusy smell, which is not the most important thing in the world, but it will be when we start talking about the Gyeon Iron decontaminators. Those are typically the worst smelling products that these detailing companies have. So anyway, let's get right to it. This is waterless wash. So this is the car we're going to use it on. I like using or showing some detailed products on a white car because you can kind of see every little thing. You can see the dirt. You can see how dirty it is. This is probably like 2 weeks of not washing it. Not crazy dirty, and you don't want to use the waterless wash on a car that's like really soiled because it's not a magic material, so you can scratch the paint or mar the paint. And show some love marks, they call them. Basically, they're like little swirls in the paint that you'll see when the sun shines on it. But this does have some dirt on it, and we're going to remove all that basically by using this waterless wash. So the first thing you want to do is you want to basically shake up the product and make sure it's on. And then you're spraying the product just liberally on the surface, and you can kind of see it get on there. Now I have a ceramic coating on this, so it makes it a little bit more hydrophobic, so even this type of product is going to bead off of the surface. Then you take a nice soft towel and you just glide the material off, and you'll see the dirt on the surface of the towel. You're just basically gliding and turning the towel as you go. And then you definitely want to turn the towel inside out so you're not using the same area with the dirt all the time. See? It does come off. It does work. It's very safe for the paint. It's very slick. When you're using it, it kind of slides around. I don't know if it's the silicone products or something like whatever they're using inside of it. It definitely cleans the surface, and it leaves a nice slick finish, and it's very clean. So yeah, I'm going to do that to the rest of this panel, and I'll get right back to you. So this is the final product. Once I've took a couple minutes to clean off the surface, it's really clean. I mean, it does an excellent job. I mean, there's some little spots here and there. You're not going to be able to remove everything, and you don't want to get too aggressive, but the majority of the panel looks excellent. I'm using a clean side of the towel to kind of like finish it off and remove whatever leftover residuals on there. But it really does look good. I mean, this is the rear tailgate, so you're always going to have, and we're going to see that when I use the iron product, some like residual from brake dust and tar and odds and ends that are going to remain on the surface until you really kind of use something a little bit more aggressive, like either a polish or a clay bar. So anyway, but I thought that left a really good clean surface, and I think you guys can agree to that. The next product that we're going to use is called an iron remover. So when you look at a car, I mean, many years ago when we were cleaning cars, I mean, what we were doing is we were using polishes and compounds to remove any of the contamination that was on the surface of the car that you couldn't really physically see. I mean, body shops and stuff, they knew that there were contaminants on the car, but you couldn't really see it. This product really kind of brings it to light, where it's got some sort of chemical in it. I don't recall the name of it. I'll try to find it and I'll post it on the screen, but and I'll probably butcher the name anyway, but it's some sort of glycol ethyl type product, and there's different derivatives of it, and all the different manufacturers, like Griots has their own product. They have something called an iron and fallout remover. I've used this in the past, very good product. And like I said, they all smell, that chemical that they put in there smells like sulfur. It's really a horrible smell. They try to mask it, and no matter what they do, it's just basically you're masking a horrible smell. So, but it does work, and I'll show you how it reacts to the iron contaminants that are on the surface of your car. And that's what it really kind of reacts to. It reacts to the contaminants that are made of ferrous material, so iron materials that are actually from brake dust, from the road, from other cars, all over the surface of the vehicle. And you'll see it actually turns into a purple color and dissolves it off the surface of the paint. So let's do that next. All right, so I'm going to shake this up a little bit, and we're going to spray it onto the surface. You could be liberal with this. It is quite expensive, but honestly it works really well, and it smells horrible. But you'll start to see in a little bit, you'll start to see some red streaking. So we're going to wait a couple moments, and I'll come right back to this. All right, so you don't want this material to dry. Obviously, whenever you're working on a car, you want to like do it on the inside of a garage or when it's shady outside. But you'll see, and I thought I was going to have a difficult time with this, but you'll see all the contaminants. And we thought that this surface was clean, and I hope it picks it up. You can see all the different contamination that's on this card. It's bleeding. You should be able to see that, right? That's like bleeding off of the car. Those are all iron products that are coming off of the car that's contaminated onto the surface. There's a lot of it down underneath here, underneath the license plate. And because it just gets kicked up from the road and it just comes back onto the rear of the car, the tail of the car, and usually that's the dirtiest area. And you'll see this all over. And we thought 2 seconds ago that this was a perfectly clean car. So, I mean, optically it does look clean, but there are a lot of, there's just a tremendous amount of contamination that's on the surface that you don't see. And when you're trying to seal it with like a ceramic coating or something like that, you want that stuff off of your car before you put the ceramic coating on. Otherwise, you're locking that in. So anyway, so I'm going to like wipe this off. I'm going to wash it off using a pH balanced soap like Carpro Reset. This is a really good product. It's real slick. It doesn't mar the surface. It's excellent. I love the smell. Anyway, so I'm going to rinse this off using soap and water and remove that from the surface. So that was my review of some of the products here. We started off with the waterless wash, actually. We went to Gyeon Iron. Gyeon is the product manufacturer's name. Where is that? That is right there. And I'll have the links to all of this stuff on Amazon below in the description box. I cheated a little bit and rinsed it off with Carpro Reset. The idea with the waterless wash is that you don't need any water, but again, I recommend that you do use water and soap lubricants. You're always going to get a better job. But in worst case scenarios, you can use the waterless wash to kind of rinse things off. But the Carpro Reset is definitely a wash that I recommend. It's a shampoo that's pH balanced. It's got no additives to it, no silicones, no coatings or anything like that to it. So it's a pure shampoo. And then to apply a quick topper, something that you could pick up at your local hardware store, the Hybrid Solutions turtlewax ceramic spray coating. Definitely highly recommend that. It's a very good product. I've always been happy with it. Easy to apply, so you don't really have to worry about the durability because it basically is so easy to install or apply. You can put it on every time you wash your car. Not a big deal. Hey guys, if you like this content, please press the like button. That really helps out the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you later.